happens when you come up here and pitch, you win, you get funding for your company, and then you're ready to start it. Do you, if you're tech focused, move to the West Coast where there's more of that hub and that energy and that brand? If you're more design focused, you move to New York and kind of start there with a lot of that energy. So my proposition is that we're creating a space where you don't have to leave Lexington, but we can retain a lot of the talent that tends to leave. I'm from Lexington, but I got recruited to be an embassy designer. So I travel the world and kind of help communities redevelop after different conflicts and things like that. So what I've done is started working with developers, properties, and we work to create clusters where it energizes cities, figure ways to pull the community and commerce together. But I'm wanting to come back to Washington and do a similar space for what I've been doing around the country here in town. That space is called Commonwork. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I pitched at a Five Across a couple years ago. I won something, $50. I won $50. But then after the company was started, we grew it from a $200 tattoo to over, I think in the low six figures range. So we're now wanting to start a second company now based off the ideas of creating these gorgeous interiors and art installation pieces. So what we're doing now is we are coming back home. We're focusing on creating a cultural hub that mixes co-working, mixes coffee house space, and it mixes like a commercial kitchen for food entrepreneurs. So when you're starting your company and you're on your laptop, you don't have to go to the nearest coffee house and trying to work next to a whole range of people and kind of trying to take business calls when people are high-fiving and you being over-caffeinated and overhyped on your conference calls. You can actually have a space now where you gather together, you can feel like a professional, and you're teamed up with other professionals around you, young entrepreneurs and people that have different services that might be an asset to you. So what we've done is we've gone around town and we just said, hey, this model is working other places. It's working with companies like WeWork up in New York City. It's working in places like Cayo or in London. Would this work with Lexington's market? So we talked to Jim Gray, who loves the idea, and we are now talking with a grants board here in town about job creation. So we have maybe $150,000 of funding. We have myself on the team who is able to bring the design aspect for free, which is usually a very high cost for startups. And then we have an expert coming up from Dallas to do our coffee house portion, also for free because of our friendship. So we have a really great team. We're able to pull things off, and we were talking with 3 developers in town at key locations, not just to talk about how do we get a space, but how do we plant in a region of the city and synergize with other local businesses. The business model is that instead of focusing on only one revenue stream, we have several complementary spaces that kind of give and push and pull within the space depending on the needs of the community. So for instance, your 9 to 5 during the week, we have co-working space with 3 different subscriptions based on your needs. You just need to come in and use like a hot desk, like a space for just hourly. Do you need an actual location with a small like office space that's still gorgeously designed and connected to the community of the Commonwork space? There's a coffee bar at the front that pulls in kind of that sort of chaotic element of the unexpected, while still giving you a little bit of the curated environment of the workspace together. So you can step into the community can step into the zone, and an event space that can happen in the evenings after work hours and on weekends. Event space can focus on creating events that are related to you building your business or different design elements. So basically the space is slow. We're also, because I've been doing these type of spaces all around the world, we are synergizing through a network called Global Local, which is connecting with other spaces like this. We have a space in Berlin, Washington, D.C., Berlin, and Cyprus. Cyprus, I'm flying the next week to work on their space, talk with them, but we wanted to open a location here in Lexington and have that sort of network feeding back and forth with the energy, focusing on kind of local product creation, pop-up marketplace, and that's where we're at.